So I'm sharing my screen. Assalamu alaikum. So I hope you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Yes, boy.
Okay. So before we start, so let me give you a brief introduction about myself. So I am Sheikh Farid Basha. You can call me Farid. So overall, I have around non-IT plus IT experiences around 20 years. So non-IT means I was into sales and marketing. Overall, I have 14 years of experience in sales and marketing. So later I moved to SD, sales and distribution, SAP. So in SAP SD, I have around 5 to 6 years of overall experience.
Okay.
And yeah, so basically my flow is I'm discussing about the integration between SAP MM and SD. So I'll just take you through about the business process and some of the business scenarios and what are the integration points, basically what happens in SD and MM. So let me start with, okay. So this is about the business process integration. So what happens exactly from procure for sale or sales order? If you look at this diagram speaks about three modules. SD, this is about all the blue color is SD, and this one is green is completely MM, and the red color part is highlighted as for finance. So as far as the SD is concerned, so this is called pre-sales activity. That means before creating the sales order, system checks the stocks availability. So here, if you see, the pre-sales activity is linked to the inventory. So whenever the word comes inventory, it is directly comes to MM module. So when the sale order is created, as far as SD is concerned, so systems check the inventory stocks. This process is called availability check. So when the sale order is created, then there will be a delivery. So even in delivery also, there is an integration between SD and MM. So when delivery is created, system checks the stocks from delivery level as well as, just a second, I'm getting a call. Okay. So whenever the delivery is created, system checks the stocks at the plant level as well as warehouse level. So based on the stock availability, system create the delivery. Once the delivery is created, and there will be a goods issue. After the goods issue is posted, you can see the inventory posting. So whenever the delivery is created, after delivery, there will be a goods issue date. So when the goods issue is issued, there will be an accounting entry. Once the inventory accounting is generated, then the billing will be created. After the billing is created, here you will have the accounting entry. This is revenue accounting, and here you have the inventory accounting. So this is what happens in SD process. So as far as MM is concerned, you are already aware. So first the purchase requisition is created. After purchase requisition is created, PR will be converted to PO. PO is nothing but purchase order. Then goods receipt. So goods receipt is directly linked to plant or warehouse level. You can see here. So once goods issue is issued, then invoice receipt. So this is the overall business process between SAP, SD, and MM. If anybody has any questions, they can directly ask me. So most of the, if you look at this picture, this is a diagram which speaks about the complete process.
Farid
So,
bhai, sorry to interrupt. Can you
yeah,
make it as a slideshow?
okay.
Slideshow. Like you'll see in the okay, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine now. Thanks.
Anyone has if any doubt regarding slides or any business process, they can ask me. They can raise the question. So if you look at this picture, actually what happens exactly from SD order to cash and from MM level. See, most of the manufacturing business logic stands for three things. So one is buy, make, and sell. If you look at this diagram, here we have warehouse, it can be warehouse or it can be plant level. So generally what happens when there is a stock is not available, then the company will procure the goods directly from the vendor. So if here two things happens, so, there is a process called subcontracting. If companies wants, they do not have the finished goods, they will send the material to subcontracting. The raw material, once the raw material is ready with finished goods, they will send it back to the warehouse or company. Then again, they will send it to the customer. This is all, or it is at higher level. Let me go into the integration points. So these are all the main points which happens during the integration between SD and MM. See, first thing is material master. The material master is before the material master is basically created by MM, and it has multiple attributes: sales attribute, MM, as well as finance, and as well as PP as well. So this is first part, integration part, the creation of master data. And the second is ATP check, that is nothing but available to promise. So availability check is nothing but when the sale order is created in SAP, system checks the stocks availability. So the whole process is called availability check. And the third process is outbound delivery. So when the sale order is created, after the system recognizes the stocks availability in the sale order, when the schedule lines are confirmed, there will be an outbound delivery. The outbound delivery is always with reference to the shipping point. Shipping point is like it's again integration between SAP, SD, and MM. The shipping point determination is based on shipping condition that is maintained in the customer level, and loading group which is maintained in the material master. Just a second, getting. So I was just telling about outbound delivery. So outbound delivery is created with reference whenever the outbound delivery is created. So we'll have the shipping point. So without shipping point, SD cannot create the delivery. So the shipping point determination is basically from loading group, which is maintained at the material master level, and shipping condition, as well as the storage location. So now the return process, I'll show you the return process, and we have MRP availability. MRP means it's a material requirement planning. I'll just discuss when we go deep on MRP, what is MRP and the process, third party process and IPO process. We'll discuss about third party, IPO, and the standard process, which are directly connected with MM. So this is a first step. If you look at the material master has classified into multiple views. So it has the first attributes, basic data one, and if you look at here, this is a complete integration with material master is creation is completely integration between SD, MM, FICO, as well as PP. PP is nothing but production planning. So the basic data one and basic data is completely taken care by MM, and we have the four views that is related to the sales. Sales are data one, data two, sales are general plan, and the sales text. This comes under the SD module. And you have purchasing and purchasing text. This comes under the MM module. Again, you will have general plan data and general plan data file. This is also a MM module. As far as accounting is and costing is concerned, this is all related to FICO. Did you guys had any chance to create a material master in SAP?
Yes, we have created
Okay.
the material master.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we have created.
So you might have seen this.
Yeah, basic data
Yeah.
one.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we have seen.
Okay, if you look at the availability check, you have in SAP SD, if you look at here, the SAP path, you have sales and distribution. Under sales and distribution, you have this transfer of requirement and availability check. Similarly, in MM, you can see this. Under material management, you can see the inventory management and physical inventory. You can see the similarities. So when we create the sales order, system check the availability at the sale order level. This is at the purchase order level. So what happens when we create the sale order? Generally, MM consultant will take over the activity creation of material master. The material matter which are always entered in the sale order must be extended to the sales area. So whenever you create any sale order, the sales area means it's a combination of sales organization, distribution channel, division that should be extended to the material master. So if it is not extended, then we cannot create the sales order. See, when you create a sale order, all the details of the items copied from the material master of MM. So I'll show you this one in SAP directly. So if you look at the sale order, let me go to directly to material. See, you can see here. So you have many views. So as I said, basic data and basic data 1 and 2 both are directly linked to MM, and sales are 2 will be, and sales are general plant. These are even foreign trade export. These are all the data is completely handled by SD module. And you have others like MRP, this is a PP, and finance, accounting, and costing. So all the data, as I mentioned earlier, so the first step, creation of the sale order, the material should always be extended to the sales area. Sales area is nothing but the combination of sales arc, distribution channel, and division. So it should be similar when we create the sale order. The customer master data as well as the material master data should be always similar. Then only system will allow to create the sales order. If you look at here, if we just double click on the line item, you can see the complete data. If I say the schedule lines data means the procurement, you have the option of procurement here. Under shipping, you can see the delivery dates, goods issue date, material availability. All this data is directly copied from the material master. But generally in interviews, you'll have a question that's saying that, so where do you integrate when the sale order is created or purchase order is created, where you have integration between SAP and SD? So this is the first step. So when we create the sale order, the material master data should be extended to the sale order. This is the first step.
What is the path and what is the T code for that sales order? Could you please?
Yeah. See the
tell
sale
us?
order. Yeah. This transaction code is VA01. So if you want to create a sale order, the transaction code is VA01. Here you can create the sale order. If you want to change the sale order, the transaction code is VA02. You guys are making a note, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So to create a sale order, the transaction code is VA01. To change the sale order, the transaction code is VA02. For display, VA03.
VA03.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farid bhai, at this point, like I just wanted to ask all the participants, okay. So I think you people have already understood. So the only thing which you are going to do from a material master perspective is we already created materials, okay. So you're not going to create a separate material for the sales order. That is what you need to understand at this stage. So you are extending those materials. The material, I think you people have already practiced creating material master and everything. You came till GR and invoice also. So the same material you'll choose and you'll go to MM02 transaction. MM01 is your creation, MM02 is your edit, MM03 is your display, right? So you'll go to MM02 and you'll choose the sales views. So when you choose the sales views, it will ask you the sales organization, everything, division and all. So that is where, the master data comes up. So yeah, so then you'll create a sales order. So like a purchase order, but as a MM consultant, you're not gonna create or involve in this creation sales order and all. Everything will be handled by SD people only, but you must have a knowledge like what is actually happening in SD side. so that you'll understand what is your role and where you need to integrate your SD to MM. So that is why we scheduled this session. And Farid Bhai really have very good experience in this field, because if you see the domain experience which he's having, 20 years of experience is not a joke. So 20 years of experience of domain knowledge is having, and especially in a sales field of 14 years of experience, and as well as he is a senior consultant and almost 5 years of experience in SAP SD. So he involved in several implementations as well as support projects. So definitely this will be a very good session. I want everyone to note down each and every point, and this session will be recorded. So you can go through them, and if you have any queries, please note down the queries and ask him at the end of the session. And during anything, if you have any queries, you can ask. No problem. Like you just asked about the T code, that's fine. Like this, you can ask question. But yeah, everybody please please maintain some patience, and as well as some attention also we are expecting. Thanks. Yeah, Farid bhai.
Yeah, thanks, Asghar. Thanks a lot. So as mentioned by Asghar, actually, you don't have to create any sale order. You should know only the integration between how the sales order process is created. So I'm going back to my SAP screen again. See, whenever we create a sale order, the material master, after entering the material master, systems run the MRP in the background. MRP is nothing but it's a material requirement planning. That means when you create the sale order, systems check the stocks availability, how much stock is available in the inventory, and it updates it updates in the MD04 screen. You can see the display availability screen on the sale order directly here. So if you click on the display availability, you will see the screen, MD04 screen. So here you can see the stocks, the sale order number and material number and the plant, the total stocks, the total order quantity and the committed quantity and the total receipt quantity. So this is, I'll directly show you in the MD04 screen. Yeah. So this material currently they do not have any stocks at the latest date. So here you can see the complete, when the sale order is created, the sale order will be captured here. The reference, the sale order number, if there is a sale order, even if there is a purchase order, if purchase requisition, everything will be captured in MD04 screen. I just created one order. Yeah, here you can see this. So I created one order. This is the material and this is the order number. If you see, the total quantity is 246. And if you see the sale order numbers here, the EM stands for this is one of the naming convention of the sales order. This is a sale order number, and this is the line item. So if you see here, the line item 513, the sale order number 513 has the quantity placed by 2, and similarly the total quantity and subtracted by the receipt quantity here. So when the sale order is created, system updates the stocks with the reference to the sale order number directly in MD04. You can see the change in the MD04 screen. You can see the plant storage location as well as the plant. I hope you guys are aware about MD04 screen. Let me go to the order directly. So if you look at here, this material, the ending with 32604. So order placed is 2. So once the order is placed, it updates in MD04 screen. That means back in the background, it runs the MRP, material requirement planning, based on the stock availability. It updates in MD04. Going back to my slide again. So as I mentioned, all this data is captured directly from the material master when the sale order is created. And as I was mentioning, outbound delivery. So if you see here, shipping point determination is always based on loading group. The loading group is maintained in the material master. If you go to material master, you can see the loading group. So the shipping point is determined with the help of loading group, which is maintained in the material master. And the plan data again from material master, and shipping condition is maintained at the customer level. So you can tell in the interview if you get any question saying that where do we integrate between SAP and MM when it comes to delivery. So we can tell that shipping point determination is based on loading group, plant, and the shipping condition. So you can see this is checkbox means without entering the shipping condition, system will not allow to create the delivery in SD module. And as far as the business process is concerned, so I'll be discussing about 3 business process. One is third party and IPO and standard process. So majorly in SAP SD, we always integrate with MM consultant as far as the third party process is concerned. If you look at this complete picture here, what exactly happens in third party process? So generally third party process scenarios, like whenever the company they do not have stock, then they go for third party. That means they place the order. When the sale order is created, there will be a purchase requisition. If you look at this flow here, see customer is created, the sale order, then the sale order is, then company will, if they do not have stock, and they will raise, the sale order will be having the PR. So the company will create the PR, that is purchase requisition. This purchase requisition will be converted to PO, purchase order, and purchase order will be sent to vendor, and after vendor he will raise the invoice, then MIGO will take place. Then vendor will directly deliver the stock to customer. So this is all about the third party process. I'll show you this process, how this process actually happens in SAP. So if you look at this order, so whenever the sale order is created by the customer, if the stock is not available, what happens generally? The item category determines. So the item category is GTS, means it's like third party. This is into SAP. This is for purely for SAP SD consultant. You don't have to remember this one. So I'm just giving you for knowledge. So whenever this item category is determines, means we understand that this is a third party. What happens in third party? When the customer is created the sale order, you can see the difference here. So as I mentioned, you can see the slide. When the sale order is here, the sale order is created, and the sale order, you can see the PR. If you go to schedule lines, so delivery creation date is 8th, then system has confirmed the quantity on 9th. That is the September 9th, the system has confirmed the quantity, and the PR is created in the background. You can see the purchase requisition. So again, this PR will be converted to PO. If you go to PO here, sorry. Let me go to document flow, so you can understand. Yeah, so here you can see the sale order is created, and you can see I showed you the purchase requisition in the schedule line tab in the sale order. So once the PR is created, the PR will be converted to purchase order. You can see the purchase order number. Then system creates the pro forma invoice to the customer. So when the pro forma invoice is created, the background GR will happen, GR and IR. After the IR is happened, system will create the invoice to the customer. This is the complete flow which happens in third party sales process. So here what you need to remember, here you need to know about whenever the third party sale order is created, the purchase requisition is captured in the sale order schedule lines, and the purchase requisition will be converted to PO. So this is where the main important that you should always remember that PR is created in third party sales in SD sale order. Then we have another process, individual IPO process. We do IPO process, vendor is not ready to do the packing. So vendor will directly deliver the goods to the company, and again the company will deliver the goods to customer after packing with the same quantity which got it from the vendor. If you look at the picture here, so customer is placed the order, the purchase order is created in the background. This is the two things that is this related to the items, the line item 10 and line item 10. Once the sale order, purchase order is created, system check the stock availability, then purchase requisition. The purchase requisition will PR will be converted to PO, and this PO will be sent to the vendor. You can see here Migo is created. Once the Migo is created, system generate the Miro invoice. After invoice is created, again the stock will be delivered to the customer, direct to company, then company will deliver the stock to the customer. And if you see the previous process, the vendor will directly deliver stocks to the customer. If you see here, vendor will not directly deliver stocks to the customer. Vendor will raise the invoice to the company, then company again will raise the invoice to the customer. This is the main difference between the individual purchase order as well as third party order. So you can see here I have highlighted with arrow mark. So many places you can see there is a direct integration between SAP, SD as well as MM. This is what you need to remember. One is third party order and the IPO process. I'll show you. Yeah.
Farid, at this point, like I just wanted to like remind my people regarding this.
Please.
Yeah, if you see this purchase requisition, everybody here, purchase requisition and purchase order. See, you have one PO is there. One first line item is soda, which is of 10 piece, and the second is beer, which is of 10. Okay, again. So if you see the right side of it, S is there. What is this S? It is your item category. Like like Farid bhai mentioned, if you see the sales order box there, for them the item category will be TIS. It is. For us, PO, I told you, right? When it comes to special procurement processes, where item category you use. For the normal purchase order, you won't use any kind of item category. It will be empty. If it is a third party process, it will be S. If it is a subcontracting process, it is L. If it is a consignment, it is K. So I think you people have got this now. So for the PR as well as for the PO, it will be same, the item category. So as it is a third party processing, so it will that is why S has been mentioned here as an item category. So yeah, thanks Farid bhai.
Yeah. So I will show you the IPO process in SAP directly. This is the sale order. So you can see here the PR is generated. Again, this PR will be converted to PO. If I go to the document flow, see here the purchase order is created and the delivery and the background the GRIR happens, which will not captured in the document SD document flow. After this packing, everything is done. Again, the goods issue, then the invoice is generated. If you look at here, after the invoice sale order is created, the delivery is created, you can see the material document. So this is the place actually I was referring for finance. So whenever the order is created, the delivery is created, system generate the inventory document. So here accounting document gets generated. So this is where we directly connect with the finance, the MM as well as SD. The material document posted after that means whenever the goods issues, that means there is a goods movements. So SAP has like given goods, different goods movement where to identify finance consultant for goods movement in order to generate the accounting document. If you look at here, this is completely material document where you can see the inventory posting. This is completely related to finance. I'm just giving you an idea. So here, again, after the invoice is generated, you can see the accounting document. So when the invoice is created, the accounting document generated. The accounting entry will be always customer account debit to and revenue account credit. So you can see this. These are all the postings. The revenue accounting posting. This is completely done by FI module. So I'll show you one more scenario. There's a transfer of order. So Asghar bhai, did you discuss on warehouse management?
No.
All right. Okay.
So integration part, this is the first one, SD.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
planning like FICO, WM, and as well as PP. if possible.
Okay. Because I have in our company we have one process, WM process. So this is standard process, the standard sale order delivery, and there is a WMS transfer of order. After that, we have packing. After packing, this goods issue and the invoice. If you look at this sale order, so after that, I'll directly go to delivery. So delivery is created. After delivery is created, we do this. There is a transfer of order which is directly linked to the MM. I think Asghar I will take you when it comes to WM module. This is a sub module within MM. See here, when the sale order is created, this generally which scenarios we go for WM warehouse management means whenever when the company is not procuring the goods in the plant level. If you see Amazon and Flipkart, they do not have plants. They always procure the goods in warehouses. So when the delivery is created, system always creates the WM order, that is transfer of order. After transfer of order is posting, so we have the process called handling units. Here we do the packing. See here the data, you can see this data, complete data, the tear weight, allowed weight. These are all the data which is directly copied from the material master. Here, this is where we do the packing. This is also Asghar bhai, I'm not sure. This handling unit is also one of the integration between WM and SD, right?
No, bro. No, I think it won't come. Yeah.
Okay. So after the packing is done, the goods issue is generated. Again, the inventory document is generated. After the inventory is posted, then we do create the invoice. After invoice, there is then posting. So this is what happens between SAP, SD, and MM basically. And I have few more processes. Let me check. What is there here? Okay, almost done with all the processes.
Yeah, Farid bhai, one thing, if you have that structure, like SD structure, like org structure, like sales organization and also, that's also, if we can include, that's fine. Or that's for a flow, like or you can like enterprise structure, you can show them like, where it will be. So like any of, we are not gonna create, but
okay, you want to see the enterprise structure?
yes.
Okay, just a second.
Like guys, everybody see this session, like in enterprise structure, like we created purchase like company code and plants, purchasing organizations as well as. So from SD side also, these SD people will create their enterprise structure, like sales organization will be there, and a division will be there. Like our purchasing group, they will be having like a division. So sales office will be there. So like these things, yeah.
You can see here. So under the same enterprise structure, we have SD, sales and distribution. Under the sales and distribution, we define the sales organization here. So like MM guys define purchase organization, we define the sales organization. So after we define and we do assignment as well, similarly like purchase organization, we assign this sales organization to distribution channel, and we maintain the sales office, sales group, and if you see material management, we have the purchase organization similarly. If I go to the assignment, we have assignment between sales org, the sales area. So we assign, when we create a sales organization, we assign to the company code, and we assign this sales to distribution channel, we assign to distribution channel and division. So again, here we set up the sales area. The setup, as I was mentioning in my first slide. So whenever we create a sale order, the material and the customer should be, the material should be extended to the same customer sales area. See here, if you look at the sales area, means 5,000, that is sales organization and distribution channel DR and division. So it should be similar for material master. If there is any change in this data, the system will not allow to create the sale order. Let me go to availability check the SAP directly. Okay. This is where we enterprise structure level, we define the company code, sales arc, and we maintain the assignment between the distribution channel division and as well as sales office. Let me go to the availability check. So under SD module, we have this basic function. Under basic function, you can see the different business, like different topics, pricing, free goods, accounting, as account assignment. And here you can see the availability check and transfer of requirement. I will go to availability check. So we have multiple process in order to know do the configuration for availability check. ATP is nothing but available to promise. Here we define the checking groups. We have the material blocks for other users, like different processes are there. Like they go to carry out availability check. So this is where we do configuration between SD and MM. The availability checks, if I go inside. So checking rule is basically for the sale order level, and this availability check, this is related to the daily requirement. And we have two types of requirements. One is daily as well as individual. So this one we maintain in the material master. So whenever we maintain this one, if it is 01, then whenever we create the sale order, it updates in MD04 in for each line item level. If it is 02, you can see here, we have two options here. Here we have 01 and 02. So we maintain for IP work sales, we maintain 02 means whenever we create a sale order, system will create the updates the stocks in MD04 screen. If you see here, let me go to MD04. Yeah, you can see this availability check here. So here, so whenever we do configuration for availability check, we maintain availability check in the material master under the sales general plant. And we have one more place where we integrate with the MM module, that is transfer of requirement. So here we create the requirement class and requirement type. If you see the sale order, I'll go back to sale order again. Let me explain what is transfer, TO or transfer of order. Procurement. So whenever we create the sale order, so system determines the requirement type. So this requirement type is basically assigned to the requirement class. Let me go to the requirement class. See, the requirement class is controls the availability check as well as the requirement. And this availability check is always, this requirement class is always assigned to the requirement type, and requirement type actually controls when we create the sale audit. Requirement type actually controls how the system should check the stock availability in the sale order. That happens in the background. So Asghar bhai, you want me to go deep into the transfer of requirement and availability check configuration?
No need, brother.
Because if I like,
I think
it makes
that's more than enough. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what. If I go deeper, I think they may get confused.
Yes, yes, they'll
So basically what I'm trying to say, the availability check and the transfer of requirement, it's a basically integration between the SD and MM when it comes to MRP. So any doubts you have, you can raise your doubts. So I have covered. Islam.
Regarding the extension of material you said, right?
Yeah.
For example, from MM side, I'll create one. I'll create one material according to that PR and PO. I'll do that. Then after GR and IR, also I do. When respect to the SD side, right? The whatever the material we purchase, no, the
Yeah.
same material has to be extended to SD, right?
Yeah, same material has to be extended to the sales area, SD sales area.
There only we create material master and SD order, everything will be done by SD people, right?
Yeah, that all the sales area part is done by SDB.
Okay, sure.
I'll show you one sale order. I'll just try to create one sale order.
Okay.
Then you can understand. See here, I'm entering before the sale order creation itself. I'm giving the sales area. If you see here, our data, we have a sales organization, distribution channel, and division. I'll just take the reference of any sale order. I'll take this reference. If you see here, the sales area is nothing but sales or distribution channel division. See here, I'm giving the material. So here, the moment I give the enter material, system checking the availability. As I was explaining in my slides. So whenever the sale order is created, systems check the stock availability. You can see here, system is proposing the date. Actually, I proposed the date is, I've created the date, delivery creation date is 31 December. So based on the stock availability and transfer of requirements, and after doing MD04 update, after running the MRP, system is proposing me the date that is 20th, that is January 2022. That means whenever you create the sale order in the background, system checks the runs the availability and it checks the transfer of requirement. After that, it proposes the date and it updates in the schedule lens. If you look at my slide, I have mentioned the same thing in see here. So when the sale order is created, it checks the availability and it scheduling. Scheduling means nothing but the date when the delivery date actually is delivering date to the customer. So it runs it. I created on 31st 12. This is the system requested date. That is customer requested delivery date. After availability check is confirmed, so system is proposing on 20th January 2022, and it is confirming on the same date.
Faridbhai,
yeah.
For example, if the material which is available, then these two dates will be the same, right? Customer requested date and delivery date will be the same, or it will take. If the available, material is available.
No, if the message he can see here. So whenever the customer is requested here, if you see here, the 31st 12 means this is the customer requested date. If you, I'll show you what exactly how system is proposing this date. So 31st 12 is the customer requested date. So goods issue date is 31st 12 and the loading date. So if you see in the material master, we have loading group and all. So based on the considering all this, system is proposing on 30th 12 is the loading date and material availability is on 29th and transportation plan date is 30th. So considering all these things, system is proposing this date. So in background, it checks the pick pack time, loading time, everything it checks. After that, it proposes the confirmed date here.
Okay.
See here, I maintained the sales area as you can see here. Going back. So here the sales area of customer master GFD, DR and 00. Similarly, if I go to material master, you can see the sales area GFD and DR. So what happened when I created the sales order, systems runs the bag availability check and it has confirmed it has proposed the confirmed date. So now I'll save the sale order. Before saving the sale order, and one more thing, let me tell you, if I go to the procurement tab at the header level, so as I was mentioning here, the requirement type, this is one of the major thing which we need to understand, especially when it comes to MRP. If you see here, requirement type. So this requirement type is obviously, this is completely transfer of requirement means. I'll show you what happened, configuration part, then you can understand. SPRO. How requirement type is determining the sale order, let me explain you. So transfer of requirement. So system is giving KSV as a requirement type. This is actually coming from the assignment. Requirement type. See, this requirement type is again assigned to requirement class. So requirement class is requirement 050. That is warehouse consumption. That means in this case, the stock is directly, we don't get stock directly from the plant. So there is a warehouse management is involved in this process. Here you can see this is a requirement class which was assigned to see here warehouse consumption. So this is how actually system confirms the checks the bag transfer the stocks material requirement planning here. See, it is checking the availability requirement transfer, and here we have option to run the MRP or not to run the MRP. If you uncheck this, then system will not run the MRP. Requirement class is actually control how the system should confirm the quantity in the sale order. If you see here, based on this, we have got the delivery date and the confirmed quantity date. So we ordered on 31st to December, but we got the confirmation on 20th of January based on the MD04 and availability check. Sorry, based on the MRP as well as the availability check. Let me save the sale order. So we have some mandatory fields before the sale order creation, which we need to maintain. So we'll show you how it updates MD04 as well. These are all the mandatory activity which this is for SD consultant. So now the sale order is saved. So if I go to MD04 screen, slash and MD04. Sale order 363. Yeah, you can see here. The today I created this, not this one, 21st, it's 835363. Yeah, you can see here. It is updated in MD04 screen. So here when in MD04, based on the plant, the material gets filtered here. So whenever we create the sale order, it updates in MD04 screen. So how it is updates, like either it is updated with the sales order reference or the line item level, that there is a control in the material master. So this is what about MD04 screen. And I'll create the delivery. So to create the delivery, I should always remember, if I place the date, delivery date, system will not confirm the quantity. I should always select the date which system has confirmed the schedule lines. The transaction code is VL01N. See, as I mentioned, so shipping point, this is the major thing here. We need to remember, without giving shipping point, system will not allow me to create the delivery. And the shipping point determination is based on the loading group shipping condition, which is maintained. The loading group is maintained in the customer master, and shipping condition is maintained in the shipping loading group is maintained at the material level, and the plant this determination is a combination of plant, loading group, and the shipping condition. Plant and loading group which we maintain in the material master, and the shipping condition is basically we maintain at the customer level. So here we give the date which system has confirmed the quantity and the sale order number. The sale here it is saying sale order is block delivery for the credit check. That means the sale order is the value is the more than the customer credit limit. I'm just releasing this the customer from the credit limit. This is all about finance. Generally, whenever the sale order is created, if the sale order value is extending the more than the customer credit limit value, then it goes to the finance. Then the finance team will release this customer from the credit block. So now if you create the now the system is allowing me to create the delivery. You can see here warehouse management. See, I was showing you in requirement class. So that requirement class is assigned to the requirement type, which is warehouse related to the warehouse consumption. See here, the system is directly when I created the delivery, system is proposing with the warehouse number. So here the pick quantity is 0 because it is there in the the stocks are mainly procured under the warehouse management. So if I want to create the delivery, system will not allow me to do the PGI because we need to do the complete transfer posting. So as a SD consultant, generally we don't do this. This is completely done by the MM. Since we do not have any just for the testing, I'm doing this transfer of testing. So what happens here when I'm trying to create the transfer of order, system proposes me the material, the delivery number, and the quantity, and the picking date. As I was mentioning, so it checks the picking date and the loading date. So it is giving the picking date and the loading date based on the system availability. So here I have created the TOR. TOR is nothing but transfer of order. After the creation of the sale order, I have to confirm this transfer of order. Until I confirm, system will not allow me to create the post the delivery. So now again I'm confirming. So here I'm confirming the stock storage bin where the under the plant and as well as under this warehouse number, the stock is located under this storage bin. So here I'm confirming the storage warehouse number. Then now I have to do picking and packing. So the transfer of requirement is completely MM as well as WM integration. This packing is completely SD. So we do the packing. See now the packing, everything is done. Now you can see the delivery. You see it is now it is showing that it is fully picked. So now I am doing goods issue date. So when I issue the goods, you can see this inventory document. See here, the system has generated the inventory. So this is where finance comes into picture. So accounting document is generated. So you can see here the price is captured. What is the price as well as the freight charges, everything is captured here. And the accounting entry is always inventory account from the customer. It is the stock will be debited from the company and it will be credited to the customer. So it is actually happens based on the movement type. You can see the movement type here. So whenever any changes, like any movement happens, the finance person, they generate the accounting document. So the accounting entry is always based on the movement type. See here 601 accounting movement type system is considered means the cost of goods sold account debit to the it's credit revenue account inventory credit. So till now this is completely related to SD and MM. After this we create the invoice. This is completely SD. Then we do posting. So that is again finance. Any other doubt you have?
I think everything is clear, Farid bhai.
Yeah, if anything is not
That's I think more than what I expected, even people expected. And see, like why we wanted all these sessions is simply why we want you to be go through all these multiple sessions is simply we want you to learn this SAP from scratch to master level. So, and from PSF, we are organizing this from PSF, is especially for the upliftment of our youth, because we have already faced, 4 years, 5 years back, even nobody has guided us, but somehow, we get into this, but we want like our youth, who just passed out from their graduation and all, and some of them are in multiple fields which is not related to their qualification. So if you really wanted to get placed based on your qualification, or really you want to get settled in IT, so this is really a great platform, PSF. The in PSF, we really wanted to develop the skills of our community, especially the Muslim youth and the students. And see, we want you to be the part of PSF. It's not like you're learning it and you're leaving. No, we want you to guide. We are teaching you SAP and you're learning it, and if you get a job, you help another 10 people. That is what we expect. That is why when Farid bhai is also a part of PSF, and when even I was part of PSF, we learned so many things here in PSF. It's not like, we only conduct these professional trainings. It's not like this. We will be having some programs also, like some outings, day outings we will plan. Some sports activities also will be there. So after this session, 1 hour more, 1 or 2 sessions I'll take for the remaining integration parts. And after that we'll be having an offline session. After that, you will be part of a PSF. In a PSF, volunteers groups will be there. In those groups you will be added, and we want your contribution towards this PSF. We want you to help the, especially the needy. See, Vikhar is there from in PSF, who have planned this SAP session. He is helping, so many people, so many students to get a job, especially our Muslim youth, who is not able to secure a job in IT, who don't know how to get a job, what skills I have to learn, what are the skills, which these companies are expecting. So that is how he is guiding, everybody. In the last month also, he tried, 4 to 5 people, and they got placed in his company only. So that is what we expect, and we want, what we want from you is simply, again, you want to be the part of PSF, and we want you to help others through this PSF. We are providing a platform, where you can train, some people, and where you can guide them. And if you want whatever might be the guidance, we are ready to provide you. So that's it, I guess. Anything, Farid bhai, from your side?
Yeah, thanks, Azhar. I think you have covered all the points.
Farid bhai, one doubt hai.
हाँ, बोलिए.
The invoice which we are getting in while creating a PO,
Okay.
the invoice is created by SD people.
Yeah, the sales invoice is created by SD people only.
Sales is invoice is different, and procurement, when we are creating a PO, purchase order.
Okay, you are saying it, Miro?
Vendor will send a invoice. First of all, he sends a goods. Then the invoice will be sent by vendor.
Yeah. So
what is the difference between the invoice we are getting when creating a purchase order, and what is the invoice of the SD?
see, when you from MM side, when you create the purchase order, you do the Miro. That is, you do the invoice verification. So once it is done, the stock will be Miro means it's an invoice verification. After it is done, that vendor will raise the invoice to the company directly. After that, company will raise the invoice to the customer. That is just sales invoice. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I am not clear.
Yeah, 2 processes are there. If I see in third party process, what happens when the Migo is done, there will be a Miro, right? Miro means after that the stock, the invoice verification will be done by the vendor. Then the vendor will raise the invoice to directly to the company.
Okay.
After company, the company will not directly, the vendor will not directly send the invoice to the customer. Vendor will do the Miro. After the Miro, it will go to the company. Then company will raise the invoice to the customer.
So
here we have
दो इनवॉइस रहते हैं असलम इसके अंदर. एक इनवॉइस देखिए, थर्ड पार्टी में 3 लोग आ रहे थे. थर्ड पार्टी में एक कस्टमर रहता है, तुम मैं समझे, और दूसरा मैं हूँ, और दूसरा मेरा सेलर है, समझे. लाइक फ्लिपकार्ट, अमेज़न जो प्रोसेस करता ना, फ्लिपकार्ट वाला कोई भी चीज नहीं बनाता. फ्लिपकार्ट के सेलर्स रहते. आप ऑर्डर प्लेस करते, फ्लिपकार्ट वाला क्या बोलता, सेलर को बोलता है कि वो आप डिलीवर कर दो. सेलर क्या करता, आपको ऑर्डर भेज देता. भेजने के बाद क्या होता, 2 इनवॉइस रहते हैं यहाँ पे. एक इनवॉइस क्या रहती, फ्लिपकार्ट वाला आपसे पैसे ले लेता, राइट जी, तो वो कस्टमर को दे रहा. उसके बाद वो सेलर जो रहता ना, सेलर को पैसे कौन देते, सेलर इनवॉइस किसको बेचता, फ्लिपकार्ट वाले को बेचता. समझे, प्रोडक्ट की वैल्यू है. तो फ्लिपकार्ट को जो सेलर क्या करता, भाई 250 पे बेचता हूं मैं तेरे को, तू तेरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे 300 पे बेच मार्जिन. समझ रहे ना. तो 2 इनवॉइस यहाँ पे जनरेट होते हैं. वन इज सेल्स इनवॉइस. और सेल्स इनवॉइस क्या होता है बोले तो सीधा जो है हम क्या बोलते हैं, फ्लिपकार्ट वाला जो इनवॉइस दे दे रहा, राइट. सो सॉरी, वो नॉर्मल इनवॉइस जो है हम फ्लिपकार्ट वाला जो कस्टमर को दे दे रहा, वो देन. और एक इनवॉइस होता है वेंडर अपने को बेचता, फ्लिपकार्ट वाले को बेचता. 2 इनवॉइस यहाँ पे रहते.
जी, अब सिंपल सा क्या है बोलते हो. अभी एक रिलायंस स्मार्ट है या रिलायंस फ्रेश है. When the goods are coming into the Reliance Mart, that is the invoice of the MM department, I think. When the Reliance people are selling the goods to the end customer, that is sales invoice.
Tax invoice, correct? Yeah.
Tax invoice. Exactly.
Clear.
So basically इसमें क्या है बोले तो भाई the practice is very important.
Practice, yeah.
So the more you do
हमारे
practice, the
Farid
more you
bhai,
can able to
the
face the
problem
interview.
with all our participants is they're not practicing. Only like,
Okay.
you know, we have 50 60 people in our group, and
Okay.
some of them are looking into the videos, and nobody is practicing. Only I can see like 10 to 11, 12 people are practicing, and they are pinging me all the time, you know, whenever they face an issues. But most of them are not practicing. They'll
No, without
understand, like they'll
yeah,
go to
yeah.
the class and they'll think like, okay, I understood the class. That means, you know, I know SAP now. No, I can face an interview. So people are
Okay. No,
asking me like, can I attend interview now? So it is not possible, right? So you need to practice it. So when you start practicing, you'll get issues, and then only, you know, you'll get things, you know, how to solve these issues. You know, when real time also, when you face these kind of issues, you know, you'll be knowing how you can find the solution for this.
yeah. As mentioned
What I
earlier,
want,
bhai, when you do the practice, you understand what is the logic.
yes,
So first
exactly.
you need to understand the logic, how the complete the process. If you see the material master, there are many controls. If you see in
Exactly.
availability check, we have some controls. So each control has its own attributes. So if you understand the logic, then you can able to face the interviews. You have many vacancies now in SAP, but the only thing is we need to have more practice. If you do more practice, you can directly crack the interviews. Without practicing, it is very difficult.
भाई SAP को समझना बहुत आसान है. थियरिटिकल परचेसिंग प्रोक्योरमेंट साइकिल, आई थिंक आई एक्सप्लेन्ड यू द टोटल प्रोक्योरमेंट साइकिल इन वन क्लास. It is easier to understand the procurement cycle. Now, you know, what is the cycle, how which document will create first, and after PR what will happen, in PO what will happen, in GR what will happen, invoice what will happen. ये थियरी सबको इजीली समझ में आता पूरा चीज, मगर जब रियलिटी में उतरते हैं आप, जब SAP सिस्टम में जाके आप बनाते हैं, मैनुअली आप PO बनाते या PR बनाते या एक RFQ बनता या नहीं तो एक इनवॉइस पोस्ट करते, वहां पे इश्यूज आते, वहां पे समझ में आता आपको कितने कितने ऑप्शंस है इसके अंदर है PO के अंदर. आई थिंक PO के ऊपर हम लोग जितने क्लासेस लिए ईच एंड एवरी फील्ड के ऊपर, तो यू हैव टू गो थ्रू ईच एंड एवरी फील्ड. अब ये चीज को करो तो क्या होता है इसको, अब देखो PO के अंदर आपको आइटम कैटेगरीज बहुत सारे हैं, तो अगर मैं S चूज करता हूँ पे क्या होता है, L है तो क्या होता है, केयर है तो क्या होता है आइटम कैटेगरी में. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स सब वर्कआउट करना, आप एक मल्टीपल POs बनाना, मल्टीपल सप्लायर्स को चूज करना, मल्टीपल मटेरियल्स को लेना आप. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू. सो डिफरेंट सिनेरियोस आप लोग प्रैक्टिस करते रहना. सो
जिस अभी मैं जो बताया था, आप बता अभी थर्ड पार्टी बताया आपको, जैसा क्या बोलते हैं IPO बताया, ये आप जितना प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, बिकॉज इंटरव्यूज में मैक्सिमम अभी प्रोसेस देखेंगे आप, तो आप अभी अब देखेंगे आप फ्लिपकार्ट ये सब है ना, ऑनलाइन परचेस बहुत हो रहे. दैट इज नथिंग बट आपको थर्ड पार्टी चाहिए पूरा, पे थर्ड पार्टी है, IPO है,
या
तो आपको बस
हर
लॉजिकल
कंपनी जा रही है
समझ
भाई
गए तो.
SAP के लिए, हर छोटी कंपनी हर बड़ी कंपनी SAP के लिए जा रही है, और वैकेंसीज बहुत सारे हैं. पहले जब हम 3-4 साल पहले की बात है, जब उतने सारे नहीं थे, और अब मार्केट में इतने रिक्वायरमेंट्स है SAP के अंदर, कैंडिडेट्स नहीं है. और हमारे HR जो पर्सनली कॉल करके बोल रहे हैं, भाई कोई कैंडिडेट ऐसे है इसको रियल टाइम एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब SAP में आए भी नहीं है तो भी पुश करेंगे, उन्हें टेक्निकली उन्हें साउंड है, मतलब उसके पास नॉलेज है. तो दैट इज व्हाट, यू नो, पीपल आर एक्सपेक्टिंग. अगर आपके पास अगर SAP का एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं है, बट इफ यू हैव अ वेरी गुड नॉलेज, देन एवरीबॉडी इज रेडी टू सेल्फ. यू नो, हमारे पास भी ऐसे HR से बहुत सारे, इवन विखार इज आल्सो देयर हु कैन यू नो रिक्रूट यू फॉर SAP. तो उन्होंने चाह रहे हैं कि भाई आप इंटरव्यू करा कर लेना, आप जो एक्सपीरियंस लगाते हैं वो सेकेंडरी है, आप क्या लगाते हैं यू नो क्या है आपके पास रियलिटी में वो डिफरेंट है. बट टेक्निकली इफ यू हैव नॉलेज, आपके पास साउंड नॉलेज है, देन डेफिनेटली आपको बेहतरीन जॉब मिल सकता है. क्योंकि अच्छे अच्छे फ्रेशर्स ऐसे भी देखा हमें, इसको अच्छे अच्छे पैकेजेस में जो प्लेस हो चुके हैं SAP के अंदर. सो प्रैक्टिस मेक्स यू परफेक्ट. सिंपली प्रैक्टिस करिए आप लोग SAP में जितने भी, और अपने ग्रुप में SD के फरीद भाई भी है, मैं भी हूँ, तो जो भी इश्यूज आते हैं आप पिंग करिए, इंशाल्लाह हम लोग सपोर्ट करेंगे. तो वन ऑफलाइन क्लास वी विल बी प्लानिंग 24 से लेकर हॉलीडेज में हूँ मैं, जनवरी 2 तक कभी भी एक ऑफलाइन क्लास हम लोग क्लास प्लान करेंगे. आप लोग बोले थोड़ा गैप रखेंगे, भाई हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करते रहते, तो आप लोग प्रैक्टिस करते रहो, इश्यूज को डालते रहो, ग्रुप में भी डालो. आप लोग ग्रुप में डाले तो क्या है, अगर मैं सोल्यूशन बोलूंगा तो चारों की हेल्प होना वो चीज़, क्योंकि हर कोई फेस कर सकता है वो इशू. जैसा आप पोस्टिंग पीरियड्स का कोई इशू डाले थे परसों रिसेंटली, और रिकन्सिलेशन अकाउंट का डाले थे, तो ऐसे इश्यूज अगर ग्रुप में डाल दिए तो दूसरों को भी हेल्प होता. ठीक है,
सो काम करेंगे आप, मे बी एक्चुअली 24 से मुझे भी हॉलीडेज है, ये इसके 10 क्या बोलते हैं
हाँ क्रिसमस के,
के. आई थिंक अगर आप इफ एवरीबडी इज अवेलेबल, एक अपन प्लान कर ले सकते हैं आप ऑफिस में.
हाँ हाँ ऑफलाइन प्लान करेंगे मेहदीपट्टनम में अपने PSF के ऑफिस पे.
हाँ पेस ऑफ पहले ही बोल दिया, तो अपन उस हिसाब से प्लान कर ले सकते
आपके हिसाब से इंशाल्लाह प्लान कर लेंगे 24 से. विखार बोले मैं एक डेट प्लान करके हम आपको बोल देता हूँ,
हैं. हाँ
तो उन्होंने डेट भी फिक्स कर लिए, तो एक बार अपन रख लेंगे, हाफ डे का रख ले तो काफी है मेरे ख्याल से. सुबह से दोपहर तक, या ना तो दोपहर से शाम तक, ऐसा कुछ भी प्लान कर लेंगे इंशाल्लाह.
जी जी जी.
सो
तो
वहाँ
सबके
पे
पास अभी
रियल टाइम में भी क्या है, मेरा लैपटॉप भी क्या है, मैं शेयर नहीं कर सकता हूँ स्क्रीन, बट अगर सामने कोई बैठ गया तो मैं दिखा सकता हूँ ग्रुप, ये जो भी लोग आते तो लोग रियल टाइम में मेरे पास प्रोजेक्ट जो भी है, हम रिसेंट जो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन वगैरह करें डॉक्यूमेंट वगैरह, तो उन लोगों को थोड़ा दिखा सकते हैं अपन थोड़ा खुल के ओपनली, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है वैसा। तो स्क्रीन
जी
शेयर करना वगैरह तो इन लोगों को मुश्किल होता है, अपन डॉक्यूमेंट वगैरह नहीं बता सकते ना।
जी
तो
प्रोडक्शन
ऑलरेडी
अपन
इन
शेयर नहीं कर
लोगों
सकते।
को कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स मेरे पास थे, वो भेज दिया मैं इन लोगों को।
अच्छा
कुछ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे पुराने पुराने प्रोजेक्ट्स के, उसके नाम वगैरह चेंज कर देके मैं इन लोगों को भेज दिया। तो उन लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा है वो डॉक्यूमेंट, मतलब मोर देन एनफ है असल में, क्योंकि वो प्रोजेक्ट स्टडी कर लिए तो उन लोगों को रियल टाइम में भी कैसा रहता है, हम लोग जो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं वो उन लोगों को समझ में आता, बल्कि डॉक्यूमेंट्स भेजा उन लोगों को, और एसएपी के जो बुक्स भी भेजा इन लोगों को, मटेरियल्स भी भेजा। ये
अच्छा
लोग को बहुत ज्यादा है भाई, ये जो कंटेंट है ना अपने, अब अपन जब एसएपी सीखे, हमारे कोई भी इतना कंटेंट नहीं प्रोवाइड करा हॉनेस्टली।
जी
मैं जब एसएपी सीखा अमीरपेट में, 25,000 में
जी
उसको दिया, खाली ने बेसिक्स पढ़ा के चले गया।
अभी
तो
एक्चुअली मैं आपको ये बोल रहा हूँ
असगर भाई
SAP
रिकॉर्डिंग आप कर दो।
हाँ जी जी हाँ सॉरी करिएगा।
जी अभी अपना एक्चुअली कमर्शियल क्लास भी चल रहा है